Hey guys, it's Redneck Fanboy Productions here, and today I have an interesting video for you guys.
I hate this channel.
No!
So, I've just recently rewatched The Dark Knight, and personally, I feel like one character is missing from that movie. Or a specific group of characters have been missing from that movie. And I think it's the only flaw that I personally can find in that movie. Other than Two-Face's whole identity problem where he's just a normal guy that gets his face burnt. If I could make any big change about The Dark Knight, it would be to give Two-Face a split personality disorder. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about adding a group of characters. And that is the Robins. And, I've already basically laid out the key parts of the video that I want to change of this Dark Knight movie. And, let's jump right into the video. So, we begin things off with the Joker heist. And it goes off normally, how it went in the original film, because that was probably the best scene that we got in the film. In my honest opinion, it was really sick, it was really cool. I just loved every moment of it. And I think we could introduce someone into this movie that isn't just a Robin, because I've reintroduced, I'm already added into this film enough, but I think another character we could introduce besides Robin's is Harley Quinn. Now, I have no idea why I do with Harley Quinn in this movie. This movie has, enough characters as it is. I'm already cramming in a couple more with introducing the Robins, but I don't know. It's just some character to fight the Robins whilst Batman is fighting Two-Face and the Joker. Because I need some character for the Robins to face, and if Batman's going to have a sidekick, might as well give the Joker a sidekick too. Also, this could introduce more scenes for Heath Ledger's Joker, which would be really good, and we need more scenes of Heath Ledger's Joker. Now we get to the proper meat of the story, where I introduce the Robins. Now, at the beginning of Dark Knight, we get to see the fake Batman, and that's where the I'm not wearing hockey pads thing comes from, and I think this is where we can introduce the Robins, because if they're helping out Batman, or trying to, and they're a big group of people that are vigilantes in Gotham City, then I think we could easily introduce the Robins this way. Now we get to my proper silly and goofy fan cast for this movie, since it's made in 2008. And I wasn't born yet. I mean, I was born in 2008, but I just had to Google these actors for these ages, and that's why I mainly picked them. Shia LaBeouf as Jason Todd, and Robert Pattinson as Dick Grayson. And that's kind of funny because he plays Batman, as we all know. Also, all the women loved Robert Pattinson, so that could bring in more of a female audience for The Dark Knight. So there's a more money-grubbing way of explaining why I casted him. And Shia LaBeouf, well, he's mainly a Shaolin type of actor. Back then he kept screaming, Optimus, Optimus, in all of his Transformers movies, so I have no real proper reason why I casted Shia LaBeouf for Jason Todd, but I just casted him because, he's relatively young. Also, a little bit of retconning. The boy in Batman Begins, this kid, that gets pushed in the face by a corrupt cop will be Dick Grayson. And he'll be played by Robert Pattinson, even though he's 19.
Don't let me find you out here again.
We're trying to help you.
I don't need help.
What gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?
Sadly, he wouldn't say, "I'm not wearing hockey pads." Because Robin wouldn't be wearing hockey pads. He'll be wearing brightly coloured spandex. So that's something that Batman would say. I don't know. Maybe he might even say, "What are you, dense? Are you laughter?" Or something. Who the hell do you think I am? I'm the goddamn Batman. Either way, he would have to make fun of Robin's costume because everyone was doing that back then. So I'm going to skip through a couple parts that Robin isn't needed for this movie. So straight away, I'm just going to get to the Joker ruining Harvey Dent's party. And the first time the Joker meets Batman. So eventually a fight breaks out between Batman and Joker and the Joker's gang. When eventually the Robins show up and help Batman take down the Joker. And the fight goes really well. And Batman eventually takes a liking to the two. But then Joker takes drastic measures and then proceeds to try and throw Rachel off the building. And then Batman and Nightwing both doing probably one of the dumbest mistakes that they could have ever made and proceed to leap after Rachel. And whilst doing so, leave the Joker with Jason Todd. So now Jason Todd has gone missing. So Bruce has to try and do some detective work to try and find out where the Joker is so he can save Robin. When all of a sudden, Dick Grayson comes in and he's already found out who Bruce Wayne is, who the Batman is, and where the Batcave is. This is because he's placed a tracker on the Batmobile. A bit of a ballsy move, but he's got to find out who the Batman is so they can work together for the movie to continue the way it is. And so Bruce and Dick find out where Jason is. And it's not good because they find him dead. And Joker releases some news footage, some video footage of him torturing Jason with Harley Quinn. And it is brutal. Jason is screaming. But he's not going to talk. He's not going to tell anyone who Batman is. He's not going to do anything because he doesn't know himself. But he is just scared for his life and he wants to try and kill him. And he just isn't able to. Because the Joker has put that fear in his head and managed to take him down. So those two changes that I put in The Dark Knight, those two big changes introducing the Robin, I think could work as a cameo for the film. We're just doing a small little cameo. And nothing more, nothing less. Because Jason Todd's death is a big part of Batman's character, and he later becomes Red Hood. So who knows, maybe in this hypothetical universe that I have created, that might be Nolan's third Dark Knight movie. But we're not done just yet. So, in the original movie, there's the scene where Joker tries to kill the mayor and then Gordon takes a bullet for the mayor. Now, since there's two people who are vigilantes, Batman and Nightwing, I think Bruce could try and scope out the area for Joker and Dick could be on the ground trying to search for him. And that might be a lot more easier. So the Joker probably could get caught. So maybe Joker in this timeline, he doesn't have time for him to kill Rachel or Harvey, so Two-Face doesn't get made and they get along with their wedding on time. Now, the Joker is in lockup, so Harvey Dent wouldn't need to pretend to be Batman to get Joker out and about. and try and kill Harvey, and etc. and etc. Harvey would have become Two-Face and Rachel wouldn't die. But this movie is a runaway freight train. So it's a good thing that I introduced Harley Quinn into this mix. Again, don't know who to cast and don't know if I can make an origin story for this Harley Quinn. So let me know who you to cast and what this Harley Quinn's origin story should be. So somehow these two end up getting caught. Maybe Harley Quinn pretends to be Rachel and that's how Harvey gets tricked. And that's how he gets caught. Maybe Rachel, it's fair if Rachel gets caught because, come on, guys. She's a. And I know I said Joker could easily get caught because of Bruce and Dick. And I could make the same argument for Harvey and Rachel. But I found another clever way of doing this. And it's again all because of Harley. So after Bruce finds out where Rachel and Harvey are, Bruce gets in his tumbler, which hasn't been broken in this version because the chase never happened. So Bruce and Dick have to get into it and they drive off trying to find out where Rachel and Harvey are. So then we get the Bat Pod scene and we get two of them this time. So the two split up, try and find Harvey as soon as possible and Rachel, of course. But instead, it's found out that Harley has broken out Joker, and he gets his number one phone call, kablamo, and Dick being a good citizen, being a good hero, and grieving over the loss of his essential brother, tries to get the Joker, so he drives off. And that's how, in this version, Harvey becomes Two-Face. Because Nightwing wants revenge, and he's thinking about the more of the people. He's thinking of saving the police because he knows what the Joker is capable of and he's a madman. So, there's that. We also have this guy that we've got to worry about, who is about to reveal Bruce's identity as the Batman because in The Dark Knight, I forgot about this guy completely. He's found out that Bruce is Batman by doing some investigating and finding out about the Tumblr, so yeah, he's, just for the sake of it, just because it sounds more cooler than calling him Coleman Reese, I'm going to be calling him Edward Nashton, also known as the Riddler. And since the Joker doesn't want Edward Nashton to go on live TV and say, that Bruce Wayne is the Batman, he places a bounty on his head, saying that if no one kills him, then he'll blow up hospitals. So of course no one wants that, so everyone tries to hunt him down. And like in the original, Bruce and Dick save Edward Nashton from getting killed. And the movie, basically, from here on out, essentially stays the same. Other than we don't get to see sexy Joker talking to Harvey, trying to make him into a villain. We get normal Joker and Harley, dressed as a nurse. We get the boat scene and Bruce versus Joker, and then we get the scene where Two-Face kidnaps the entirety of Gordon's family. But I'd like to add two key changes to the scene. Number one, Barbara Gordon's a bit older, so we can get Dick and Barbara together. Maybe at the end of this film, maybe in Dark Knight Rises. Who knows? The two are the same age for future reasons. Number two, Harvey Dent doesn't die. And this is because we have Nightwing. If there's two people, right, then Dick could be on the ground, Bruce can be on the top, and they could easily take down Two-Face without him dying. But that might ruin you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain speech. So maybe Batman just snaps his neck. And that's how the film ends, and then he goes off and, like, you know, becomes Batman in the shadows and that. So maybe if Robin was introduced to the Dark Knight, it could have ruined the film. But let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun making this video, trying to come up with new ways of trying to change the Dark Knight by introducing Robin, by introducing Harley Quinn, by introducing these big key characters to the Dark Knight mythos that weren't in the Dark Knight trilogy whatsoever. But I don't know. I'm not a big writer. I'm not like Christopher Nolan novels, so I don't think I could have made this work whatsoever. But let me know if you want me to make a part 2. I think these could have worked in better hands. I just tried to make it work in the Nolanverse. So I didn't try and make it comic accurate. I tried my best to make it comic accurate because I love it when things are comic accurate. But I tried to make it work in the Nolanverse. The key ideas that Nolan saw and tried to make everything realistic. So I tried my best not to try and topple the legacy of Heath Ledger's Joker, or the legacy that this whole film set up as a whole. I had a lot of flaws with The Dark Knight Rises, so maybe I could make a rewrite to that, but in this universe. Or I could make it into the DCEU universe with the Christopher Nolan Batman in the new made DCEU. Let me know what you think. Again, please comment down below your thoughts on this video. It helps me out a ton. And hit like, share with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe.